My last update was 10 months and I hit 20 plus kilos at that milestone, which was bloody amazing. Honestly, it was the best feeling and still is the best feeling. I also switched across to taking my Wegovy injections fortnightly instead of weekly. And I finished those weeks for that 10-month update at 65.8 kilos. I'll now take you through week by week for this update, which is weeks 45 to weeks 48. So, like the last update, because progress is changing, I've popped weeks in together because there's not really any point in doing it week by week. So for up until the end of the last update, as I said, my weight was sitting at 65.8. Then we've got weeks 45 and weeks 46 there, and that takes me up to Thursday, the 31st of July, and my closing weight was 66.5. So I actually went up. So that is an increase from the 65.8 up to 66.5. Then updating for weeks 47 through to weeks 48, and that takes us up to the 14th of August, which brings me into 11 months. And my closing weight for week 48 was 65.9. So as you can see, that is 0.1 grams more than what I finished, at the beginning of those weeks. So I actually put on 0.1 grams. And so no weight lost. But as we discussed, we're in maintenance now. So I'm not necessarily looking to see the scale go down. Really, I would think about maintaining my weight and staying at around those, that 65, 64, even 63, anywhere in around there for me of maintaining weight is a total success. So hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my upcoming updates. Now let's have a little chat about why I disagree with the BMI chart. I will pop up on the screen where I am at. As I said, I finished off at 65.9 kilos and my height is 156 centimeters. So when you pop that into the chart, 156 centimeters and 65.9 kilograms, that brings my BMI to being 27.1. Now, anywhere between 25 and 29.9 is still considered overweight. So at least I have moved out of the obese category, which is where I was when I very first started. However, for me to actually reach and get into the healthy weight range, which is from 24.9 down in the BMI sort of points, for me to actually move down into that healthy weight range according to the BMI, I would need to hit 60.7 kilograms. So that is still another 5 kilograms, basically 5.2 kilograms that I would need to lose. And I just, in myself, and I have been that weight when I was a lot younger, before kids or in my very early 20s. But to me, if I lost another 5.2 kilos, I would probably actually start to look quite unhealthy. And so, I'm not going to take in specifically what that BMI is telling me. Obviously, it's a guide. I can use it as that, but I totally don't agree and I certainly don't agree that I'm overweight. I feel healthy, strong, and confident, and I am very happy at the weight that I am right now. So with all my weight loss in the previous months has meant that when I am trying to put clothes on, nothing is fitting me basically at all. So an exciting part has been that I've been able to go on some big shopping sprees, and I am super excited to share a couple of items with you, especially one that, let me just say, I probably haven't shown my legs in about 20, 25 years, other than when you need to swim because you've got no choice then. But otherwise, Absolutely not. So I'm really excited to show you guys a couple of items, and I will move my chair and move out so I can show you guys these. So this is pretty awesome. I bought a mini skirt. I hope that you can see it. So little mini skirt. And I bought this gorgeous dress, which is a fitting dress. It's fitting. Like, there is no way, like, it will show my belly, it will show everything. I'm so excited. I'll have to make sure that in my updates when I finally get to wear these items, because it is still spring here, just coming out of winter, so it's been a bit cold. So once I get the opportunity to wear these items, I would love to post up some photos. And I did also want to show you one other thing relating to clothes. Sorry for popping off the camera, because I was going out last night, and again, still, even though I've cleared my wardrobe out, I really thought I had gotten rid of most of my big clothes because it was useless, because they just don't fit. But this is just a trusty old shirt that I really enjoy wearing in winter, and I grabbed it out last night and put it on, and it was swimming on me. So because I've got this jumper on, you might not be able to see, but it is humongous. Like, I'm sorry if I bump the microphone, but I'll just show you guys. If I put it there, yeah, it's huge. I put it on, and before I started, I could actually not wear this at all, because down the bottom it was really tight around my stomach and around my butt. And then as I started to lose weight, it would just fit, so I could just wear it. And now I've put it on and it's humongous. I could not wear it. I was like, okay, you're going to the pile of donating. So that's some really exciting progress that's happened there relating to clothes and being able to go shopping. And yeah, awesome. Being that I'm in the maintenance phase now, it's really great to continue to talk about my relationship with food and how that's going. So I still am finding my portions, or what I'm wanting to eat of portions, is still a lot smaller than what it ever was before I started on Wegovy. When we go out for dinner, I generally, or not even dinner, just when we go out for a meal, I will generally find that I will take home a doggy bag, get a little container, and I will get a whole nother meal out of the food that I don't eat. Not every time, but probably the majority of the time. So my portions are still generally smaller. And I do get cravings, and they still do pop up, just because I'm on the Wegovy and the food noise, the food noise is so much less. I still do get cravings, and I talk about that in my intentions video in the first week regarding cravings. But it is where I notice it, and I can manage it a lot better than previously. So I can really acknowledge and feel like, wow, okay, I've got this craving, and redirect myself, which is really great and makes you feel like you're back in control and have that power. It's amazing. Reflecting on moving into this maintenance phase, and for anyone who is watching this video because they're headed in that direction, or even if you're at the beginning of your journey and there will be a time that you will reach this, I think it's really important to know that there's that big shift where you're not chasing the loss of those numbers, but it's about maintaining all the things that you've learned along the way. And that is more about our health and how we feel, and the confidence that you've grown through that process. When you're losing this weight, it really changes you as a person, or for me it has anyway, of just feeling better about myself, which is really, really great. As I have definitely said before, I had worked very hard before I lost the weight, before I even started to lose the weight, to be really happy with who I am as a person. So it wasn't that losing the weight made that happen, but it's still your confidence. I feel like I am who I was to the outside world when I was in my 20s. It feels like people, it's a shock for people to see me how I am now, especially people who haven't seen me for a long time. But to me, it's like, well, you're just seeing who I really am. This is me. This is who I was before I put all that weight on. So it's a really great feeling. What do you think about the BMI? Does it match your health and how you're feeling? I'd be very interested in other people's comments and your experiences with popping in your, height and weight and where you're feeling that you're at. So please, if you have an opinion on that, I'd love to hear it and pop it down in the comments. If you haven't seen my 10-month update where I did hit my 20 kilos plus loss on Wegovy, then please make sure to check it out and I will make sure I pop it up here. If you want to see how my phasing off Wegovy goes over the coming months, don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss out. Thanks for being here. Welcome if it's your first time. I'm Alison. This is Off the Scale with Alison. I appreciate you being here and I look forward to seeing you at the next update.